We built a roofing company with a vision and in a small shoebox office. And now we're going to go ahead and spotlight Sanford's best.
That sounds fun.
Didn't sound very good, but let's keep rolling.
Really fun. Are we going to do the intro to the show? Welcome to Between Two Studs, the podcast where business meets real talk.
With a little sawdust on the side.
Today we're going to introduce everybody to the pod. To start us off, how about Ben?
I'm Ben Brown. I'm the general manager of Pinnacle Roofing Group, and I'm going to try to not laugh the entire time and make an ass out of myself. Also, yes, former Navy seaman.
I'm Justin Colthorpe. I'm the contractor here at Pinnacle Roofing Group. I spend most of my time playing in the marketing game. We just set up this podcast, and we're going to try and have fun with it.
Hi, I'm Richard. I'm the marketing manager here at Pinnacle Roofing Group, and I'm going to try and wrangle these two into a podcast. First podcast, well, it's podcast 2.0.
Yeah.
2.0.
We had...
Thanks, Richard.
Richard flubbed the first round, but that's okay.
One. It was, technical errors. It won't be the last.
This one's been harder.
Hopefully it is recording this time.
Yeah.
And nice. And Justin has a soundboard.
Yeah.
I do have a soundboard now. I'm pretty excited about it. This is my favorite one.
Sorry for the high decibel level.
Yeah. That's going to wreck earbuds all over the country.
I'm pumped about that. But no, I think we're starting off why we're actually getting into this podcast and what we think it'll do for the community. So why don't you talk a little bit about that, Richard?
All right. Well, what is it exactly you want to accomplish from the podcast?
It's like you said, it's where business meets real talk. We want to talk to other local entrepreneurs in the Central Florida region, Sanford, specifically, talk about like what's going on in the area and how we can help with some of our experience. And, people are going to bring a lot of their experiences to the podcast as well to help us, grow and build our business as well. But then also spotlight nonprofits, other, really cool programs that are going on. A little bit similar to like the things that we're doing at the chamber where they're having different people from the community come in and talk about things most of the community doesn't actually know is happening.
All right. Well, we are going to have guests on the show. Unfortunately for the guests, we will have them on the show. Do we know who our first guest is? Ben, who's our first guest?
I think it's a toss-up right now.
Okay.
Either a local mortgage broker or a local big-time general contractor.
European cut.
European cut. Hopefully their intros are better than ours. But
I'm sure they will be.
Yeah. Especially Beebs.
Yeah, Beebs' intro is amazing every time and, makes me and Richard look a little bad at the chamber meetings.
Yeah.
That's why she's
so bad we just hand her the mic now.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you want to get out of this podcast? What are you looking to do?
I share some insights on the things that I've learned over the last 10, 15 years as far as roofing and just general construction management. I have some marketing insights as well. Mine's more, I would say, on the direct marketing end. You two have kind of deep dove into the digital marketing aspect of things, which is really cool because that's something I never really did. But yeah, general insights is what I'm going to be good for. Maybe some comedy as well. But yes, exactly.
Well, we're also going to branch out. We're not just going to do construction or roofing. We're going to talk about business as a whole. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So everybody, if you want to be in the show in the Central Florida area, give us a ring.
You could just email us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just email our developer. It's richard.party@pinnacleroofing.com.
Or
email's cooked.
By the time this goes out, we'll probably have more equipment and 22 emails.
Yeah.
There we go.
So just a quick thing of things coming up. We have a home show this weekend. I don't know if we'll have the pod out before the home show, but we
That'd
have
be a miracle.
Show this week. It will be a miracle. We have the home show this weekend. What else do we have going on?
Where is that home show?
Yeah, it's in Orlando. It's going to be a pretty big deal. We got the mascot coming out for the first time. He's going to be in the community. Rufus. It's been a long time coming. I'm pretty excited to see what type of feedback we get from it.
And we'll roll back into the rebrand. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode, or maybe on the next episode. But the rebrand was quite arduous. It was a lot of stuff.
Arduous is a big
word, Richard.
Big word, Richard. So we have the home show. We have another home show coming up in September.
Yes,
The Ocala home show.
That's another Orlando one.
No,
I think Ocala's
same month.
well.
Yeah, we have 2 that month. We have Orlando at the Orange County Convention Center, and then Ocala at the Ocala Horse Center.
Yeah, it's at the Equestrian Center.
Yeah,
That thing is ridiculous.
It is.
Have you
Yeah.
guys been to that?
I have. We stayed in the hotel there
That's insane.
during Christmas times.
Nice.
Did you guys know Ocala is the horse capital of the world?
Yeah, suck it, Lexington.
Yeah.
So the viewers know Richard is from Marion County, so
I'm from Ocala.
he takes a lot of pride.
O-Town.
Right.
Oh boy.
So a couple of past events. We did a beach cleanup recently. I
Yeah.
think we got over 60 pounds of trash off the beach.
72 pounds.
72 pounds.
How many of those pounds were yours, Richard?
Probably like 1.5. I was just
Good.
trying not to die of heat exhaustion.
It was hot as Florida can
Yes.
produce.
Stud tip of the day, do beach cleanups in the winter time.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
It's a general tip of the day. Just
Also, if you
Sad
smoke
guys.
cigarettes, quit throwing them in the sand.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've
please.
seen enough cigarette butts for my lifetime.
We had a couple of back to school things we did. We
Yeah.
did one at the
DME.
elementary school in Deltona, and then DME Academy.
DME, and then
That's in Daytona.
A couple other cool things from community things happened this week as well. We actually got a custom painting from the Lake Mary Arts Festival donated to us. I guess they choose one sponsor every year to give a custom painting to, and we got chose for that. So that's pretty exciting. It's hanging up on the wall now.
that's what we took
Wow.
pictures with. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
we
have
also
the group
got
picture, and we have one of Marissa and Beebs that we sent over to the Arts Festival.
nice.
Funny
We
s-
also got an award from the Department of Defense, so that's pretty cool. Patriotic employer. Yeah, we also have some other sponsorships going on. I mean, we just partnered with ABC, QXO, and Atlas to get the Seminole or Orlando City Soccer Academy's roof done. We also sponsored Lake Mary High School again.
Nice.
We're going to be
The
sponsoring
Rams.
the Palm Coast Little League softball and their All-Star program. So
I don't know their mascot. Do
we
we know
got a
their
lot of things
mascot?
going on.
I think it's
No, it
Rufus.
changes every
the
year.
Rufus.
It's Rufus now.
Yeah, it changes every year. Yeah, if anybody wants Rufus to, throw out the first pitch of a game, we're available.
We should probably introduce Rufus at some point on the pod.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
I don't think Rufus is allowed to talk, though.
He doesn't
Our
talk.
Mascot's not allowed to
No,
talk.
he just sits.
Just
Or is that
bah.
clowns? I think
If-
it's clowns.
Yeah. No, that's mimes, bro.
Oh, no. It's mimes. Clowns can't eat.
What?
Yeah, it's like a rule. Serious.
It's a rule?
When clowns are in like their makeup, they're not allowed to show people they are eating. It's weird.
That is weird.
It's weird.
I know, like Disney, the caricatures are not allowed to take their heads off for
Oh,
any
yeah, that's
reason. So
terrifying.
they like
Once again, why I hate mascots.
if you don't see Richard on the pod, but you see Rufus, we got him to do something he didn't want to do.
I hate mascot costumes. I think I'm terrified of.
So shout out to all you mascots out
Yeah.
there.
All right, well, let's get back into what we really started the podcast for. Why?
Comedy. I
That's
told
it.
you
Comedy.
in the beginning.
Comedy
Gen-
is-
general insights in comedy.
Comedy is in there, but I think we just need more of a platform for local businesses to, get on and communicate and figure out how to navigate this never-ending journey together. I mean, that's the real reason I thought about it.
Let's get into some backstory for everybody.
Origin story, if you will.
Ben, how'd you get into roofing?
How did I get into this awesome industry? I got to go back to 2012-ish. I got out of the Navy, as I spoke earlier, was a seaman.
Back when I was in high school.
Airman.
I was an airman, actually, yes. But short period of time while you're in boot camp, before you go do your job, you are, in fact, a seaman. So, yeah, I mean, how did I get into it? It was by accident, to be honest with you. I got out of the Navy, didn't know what to do. Ended up doing a sales job that was, traveling sales, selling Uverse. Shout out AT&T. Thanks for having expensive bills. Sold Uverse door to door for Uverse was great. I sold that in lots of states: Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. All that southern Gulf state area was awesome. Knocking doors in the hottest part of the country. But the guy I worked for, his name is David Fye. Shout out David Fye. He was like, "Hey, you want to go knock doors and sell roofs?" I was like, "I don't care. Can I make money?" Yes, lots of it. Cool. So we went and worked for another guy for like 3 months. I learned.
Didn't you find this off of a Craigslist ad and just show up to like a random sketchy motel to do this job?
Yeah, it was like way worse than that actually. So I started a job. It was like my first day selling cars. Terrible. I had messaged this person off of Craigslist about this job, this traveling sales job. The night before, he calls me like halfway through my day. So I get in one of the like cars that I'm trying to sell, and I have like an hour-long conversation with him. And he's telling me how, I can make all this money. It's super easy. Very high level observation of the job itself. I never really, until I actually did it, didn't know what I was going to be doing. But then he was like, "Hey, I'll ship you some money via MoneyGram," because Zelle didn't exist at that point, or Cash App.
What is a MoneyGram?
MoneyGram is the OG.
Yeah.
It's one of the OGs.
Basically, MoneyGram is you go to
PayPal.
Walmart and you give a cashier money, and then wherever else there's a Walmart, someone can go and then pick up that.
It's like Western Union.
Yeah, basically, just
Stuff like that.
cheaper version of it. So he sent me like $400.
So it's kind of like Morse code.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what Morse code
Yeah,
is.
it's like what?
Like the
Yes.
actual Morse code. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was an app.
Yeah.
I thought Morse code.
It is.
was
It
an app.
I
probably
was making a joke, Richard. Way to kill
Yeah.
that one.
so.
Good joke.
Yeah, it's a great joke.
Way above Richard's head.
Yeah, and way below mine. So sends me money, like $400, and he's like, "Yeah, man, just get in your car, drive 12 hours to where the hell was it? It was in Mississippi.
Shout out Biloxi.
Yeah, it wasn't Biloxi. It was just north of Biloxi. Anyway, it was a shithole town in Mississippi. It's one of the poorest states.
Shout out Meridian.
Meridian's. Oh yeah, you were a Marine.
That's where I went to A school.
okay.
Meridian.
Meridian is a terrible place.
Not.
Yeah, it's basically the same. Everywhere in Mississippi is pretty much shit. So, I drive 12 hours. I pack everything I own because I had just gotten out of the Navy like 3, 4, 5 months before that. Staying with my dad, didn't know what I was going to do. Show up to this hotel. It was a motel. It was one of those like weekly rate places. And I go through the lobby with my duffel bag full of all of my belongings and ask the lady at the front desk, like, "Hey, I'm here to see the manager." His name was Matthew. And she's like, "Yeah, he's down in this room." Walk down. I knock on the door and somebody answers the door, and I walk in and it's just air mattresses throughout, and it was like 12 dudes living in this like crappy ass hotel. Nobody's there yet, other than one guy that didn't go to work because he was sick or whatever. And he starts telling me, he's like, "Oh, you're the new guy. Everyone will be back, in an hour or so." So I was like, "Yeah, where's the manager?" He's like, "Oh, he never sleeps. He's somewhere. You just gotta walk around. He's in one of the offices that they have that you can use." So I find that guy. I do run into him. I talk to him a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, no, everything's good." I'm trying to get the information out of him as far as like, what am I doing here? Because right now I'm scared for my life. So then everybody starts kind of piling in from the field, and come to find out what it was that I was going to be selling cable. Internet and phone over the course of the next year by knocking on doors and talking to people. Sorry about the background noise. We haven't gotten the acoustic insulation for this room yet, but yeah. So I wanted to leave. I stuck it out to see what was going on. I went out the next day, made a couple $100 selling cable. Did that for a while. The guy that ran the company, David Fye. Really good at building, teams in general. He's a good motivator. he comes out to our market about a week after I've been there, and I did really well my first week. So he was like, "Hey, you want to get on a traveling team?" I was like, "Cool, yeah, let's do that. Like, get me the fuck out of Mississippi." And I work with him for like the next couple months. He puts me in a couple different markets. I build my own markets, whatever. You know, fast forward a little bit. He comes to me. He's like, "Hey, I know somebody that knocks doors for roofing, and they're making like 10 grand a month." And this is like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago or whatever. So that's a lot of money then. I guess it's still a little bit of a lot of money now. But I was like, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it." So we went and worked for a guy for a few months. We built a sales team. I learned the production side, or at least as much as I could in that short period of time. And then we were like, "Hey, this seems easy because we can sell things. Let's do it for ourselves." And I was like, I'm in. We had like $1,250 to start our adventure. But we started selling a bunch of deals, and then we had to figure out how to like put roofs on. And if you know anything about Texas, shout out Texas. It's like the Wild West out there. There's no permits. There's no licensing. There's no one checking to make sure you have insurance. There's no nothing. Like insurance fraud is rampant out there. It's pretty terrible, and I hope they figure it out at some point. But
It's probably gotten better in the last 15 years.
I mean, honestly, it's not really changed that much. There's still no licensing. There's not really permitting. It's still pretty much the same as of like 2 or 3 years ago, because I lived out there again, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, you know, we sold a bunch of roofs, and we then had to start installing them, and I kind of just had to figure it out. You know, back then we were paying crews like $35 a square, and that included dump. So that's exciting.
Those are some good numbers.
Yeah, real good numbers. 55 was like, you're paying top dollar, but you get crews for like $35, $40. The dumps out there will pay you to dump the trash as long as it's clean, like shingle wise, because they turn it into like recyclable something or another. So the crews would like love to take the trash for you.
Well, that's when we could recycle, and China took our stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
let's
they
get
don't.
political, dog.
It's completely different. I mean, China was taking a bunch of recyclables, and
I think we should.
they
just,
can make money doing it.
We should. But yeah, so I got like a crash course in what not to do for roofing. Then we ended up selling the company, if you want to call it that. Basically, we just sold all of our contracts to somebody else that could fulfill them, because our third partner in crime just disappeared.
In crime,
Yeah, definitely.
literally in crime.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was an experience, but he just disappeared with the money, and that was the end of that. So that was like my intro into roofing. Then I got out of it, started selling cable again in a different part of the country, and then I got linked up with another company that I worked with for over a decade, ish, yeah, something like that, 8-9 years, I don't know. And help them build a business from $900,000 a year to tens of millions a year in many different states, which is how I ended up in Florida. That's how I met Justin. That's how I know you, Richard. But yeah, I mean, my origin story kind of runs into how Justin got into this as well. And I mean, it's a cool little segue, I think, into talking about Justin's origins.
Well, how do you go from that company to then ending up here at Pinnacle?
There was some, stops along the way. I got burnt out, to be honest with you. I managed a large company for a long time, and I got out of roofing completely. And then I started a sports card and memorabilia business with the same person I started the first business with, and it ended pretty much exactly the same. So then I ended up back in Florida, and then I did a bunch of other weird non-roofing things, and then I ran into someone that was very much like David, who got me back into this for a few months. I found out I didn't want to work with him because probably was going to end up the same as the last two. And then Justin was like, "Hey, I have this opening. Can you help me fill it?" And I was like, "Yes, let's do that."
Snap call.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you guys know anything about this company, which you probably will if you watch us for a little while, or just check us out on Google, that'll work too. Pinnacle Roofing Group definitely is, over and above anyone else I've met that does this, as far as like, why we do things, what we do. Installation wise, it's insane. Everything we do is, to OSHA standards, which I think everyone should do, but obviously we all know that nobody does. But OSHA is a real thing, and they will find the shit out of you. And but yeah, anyway, that's how I ended up sitting in this chair on this podcast. Is many different things, but I just fell back in love with roofing because it's fun. To be honest, if it's not fun, you probably shouldn't be doing it. I'll say that. So, but I'm gonna let you start talking, Justin, about your situation.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up right out of high school being the manager of a Kangaroo Express. The youngest assistant manager in Kangaroo Express history.
Is that all of every Kangaroo Express or just that store?
I'm pretty sure all of it. I was barely over 18 at the time. I had only, you have to be 18 to work at Kangaroo to begin with. So that was an interesting point, but, had a lot of responsibilities for no money, essentially. And then Publix offered me a job. Went from there. I was playing poker at the time, the big 1-1 no limit $50 buy-ins. That was my intro to poker.
Netbo.
So that was
No.
that was an interesting time of life. I was having a lot of fun going up there, but I saw the dealers, and they were dropping $1 or $2 a hand, and I was like, holy crap, that looks like a cool job. You get to throw cards at people, sit in a chair, and move table to table. Sounds like something I want to do. Did some, old interweb searching to figure out how to get into that position, and found out you kind of have to become a brush first and then work your way to a dealer.
Oof.
Put an application in, didn't hear anything for 6 months, and then one random day in December, I got a call and went in for an interview, got hired, and, started working as a brush. It was a very interesting time of my life because, you get to watch people play poker all day. It's pretty fun. Yeah, then I decided I was done being a brush. I needed to teach myself how to deal. So I went on YouTube, just started watching some videos on how to deal, taught myself. A couple months later, I got an audition, became a dealer, which was a lot of fun for a good amount of time. But the problem with dealing is there's no real place to move up. You're essentially taking a demotion when you become a floor manager because you make less money. So pretty much my entire life, I've always been looking for, where's the next step to move upwards. So I was kind of stuck there. And then there was this player that, started playing. I learned who he was. We talked a lot. And, you always got to know who the good tippers are.
How bad of a poker player was he?
Let's just say he was in a lot of pots. A lot of
Scared
pots.
money don't make money.
I still to this day feel the same way. Scared money don't make money, dog.
If you're in too many pots, you can lose quite a bit of money really fast. Or you can go on a heater and win a bunch of money. So it kind of goes both ways.
It's called the Ben Brown Special.
Yeah. If only he used that in the last tournament, he would have got there.
Dude, 2 from the fucking bag. That I don't even want to bring that up. That was so terrible. I wanted a bridge, and I wanted one then.
Then, Ben presented me an opportunity to get into sales, and I was at a point in my life where I didn't really have many responsibilities. So I took a gamble, jumped into roofing sales. I showed up to a random strip mall, walked in the building, and it was like pure chaos.
Shout out Riverboat Commons.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in there, a lot of phone calls being made. It was interesting for sure. So we got involved in that, had a lot of fun in the beginning, didn't do as much work as we probably should have.
Shout out Game of Thrones.
Then we finally got serious and we built some big teams. We were doing millions and millions of dollars. We decided we wanted to move to Tampa, so we opened a Tampa branch. Wesley Chapel, to be specific, one of the coolest houses I've ever lived in.
It's a good time.
We built that thing up to do tremendous amounts of volume, and then some things went awry. That could be another story for another day, but I decided it was time to go open my own. I had, been managing projects, built a whole team. I've done plenty of roofs in my life. I was like, how hard can it be? Can't be that hard.
Can't be that hard.
So I opened it with 2 business partners. One of the bigger mistakes I've ever made.
Common theme, bro. Common theme.
Yeah. So
I'll talk about my divorce later.
Okay.
we built that up. We opened the doors in 2020. First year was a little brutal. We did $1 million in revenue. Didn't have really a clue what we were doing. There is more to running a roofing company than just selling the roof and installing it. Who would have thought?
I mean, when you get into it, that's all you really think it is. But there is like 15 million other things that you have to worry about besides just selling and installing.
Yeah,
HDMI cables.
Yeah.
I won't spoil too many of the stories today, but we have plenty of stories to go through.
I'm excited.
So we're going on year 6 now, coming up soon, and it's been an adventure ever since.
A lot of Amazon packages.
There have been a lot of Amazon packages for this podcast studio specifically.
I just meant in general. In business, there are a lot of Amazon packages.
This is true.
That's true.
Well, Richard, tell us how you ended up here today.
I actually did a little bit of roofing when I was young. My uncle owned a roofing company, and I did a little bit of work for him. Not a lot, but did a little bit of work for him. They just did roof tear-offs, though. They didn't install roofs. All they did was tear them off. They had a great tagline, "Party roofing will rip you off."
Is that really
Legit. That's what it
Nice.
was.
I don't know how that sells.
That sounds not legit, but
Well, the good thing is when you're in that, you're not selling to actual
the
customers.
general public, yeah.
So did a little bit when I was younger. Then did a bunch of different things. I met Justin at the poker room. I was a dealer. That was my third. No, I met you in Daytona first, right?
Yep.
So this is my second room. Then, we became friends, and then he convinced me to take a sales position role the first time I was here, and did that for a few months, and then, ended up moving to Texas. Shout out Austin.
Austin's way better than Dallas.
So much nice.
So much nice.
So much nice. No, it's so much nicer. So went out to Texas. Speaking of partners bailing on you, went through a divorce. Went through a divorce, and I was dealing out there, which, the dealing job was actually the best dealing job I had ever had.
I mean, Texas poker is insane.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I was out there. I was just kind of, figuring out what I was going to do. And Justin, being the good salesperson he is, started badgering me about coming back. So it happened. How many times did you ask me?
I don't know.
It was a lot.
It
was a hard press.
We had a few phone calls about it.
Yeah. He's like, we'll drive out and get you today. I really thought he was serious.
Oh, we would have driven out and picked you up.
So I was in Texas, just got a divorce. Justin hard sold me on coming back, and I finally just crumpled and said, all right. So came back. I was finance manager when I first came back.
Big job responsibility there.
And now I am the marketing manager.
Bigger job responsibility. How long ago was that, Richard?
It's coming up on 3 years.
Yeah, it should be 3 years.
3 years in December.
December.
Yeah, 3 years in December.
That's a long time.
This is a long time.
The average person only stays at a job for about 3 years.
Really? Is that what it is?
Yeah. All right.
Bam.
When are you going to switch
Leave?
over?
That's about it.
Let's get back to what we were talking about. What's coming up next on the podcast, boys? What do we got going on? Next Tuesday, we're going to do a session with the Beebs.
The Beebs is going to be the first one.
She's our local mortgage broker that we highly recommend. She does a great job. She really aligns with our core values as far as the customer service aspect goes.
For sure. When did we decide she was the first guest? Because earlier in the pod, which it is the same
3
day.
minutes ago.
Yeah,
we
were trying to figure it out.
Decisions, bro. Once in a while, you just gotta
European cut just got cut.
Maybe
Yeah, the Beebs that will be here.
Diaz,
pretty excited to get some insights about mortgages and different
your
things you can do.
mortgage service.
Services.
Your
Yes.
mortgage services.
And it's actually it's BB Diaz.
Yeah. BB Alicia Diaz.
Her name is Beebs.
Her social security number
Yeah.
is 75432.
And then-
getting close? Did I get any
No.
numbers?
Richard, you said she's helping you get a mortgage.
She might be, yeah.
That's pretty exciting. What was that process like for you?
Well, I mean, I can only go on past mortgages, and I can only describe getting a mortgage as pain and sorrow.
But if you use Beebs,
Yeah, but she's already like taken a lift off of my plate because, you know, I'm thinking about doing a GI,
a VA,
a VA loan. Sorry, a VA loan, and getting my letter and getting all that stuff.
Oh, she gets that for you, bro.
Yeah, she gets it for me. She's like, I'll get it for you. Don't
she
worry."
did my mortgage.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be having Justin Kovacic on, the following pod.
COVID check.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
that'll be really good. Some other things we're going to be looking to, discuss with other local business owners as well as getting them in on the pod.
I think it's probably important to note that it won't just be Sanford, but more of the entire service area that we encompass. So I don't want to leave anyone out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then we'll be, having our stud tips to give some
stud tip of the
insights
weeks.
from things that we're plugging into Pinnacle Roofing and all the other things that we have going on that are helping us.
For those that don't know where Sanford is, how would you describe, or where would you describe we are?
Just north of Orlando.
That's probably the best way to
That's
put it.
kinda
I would
how
say
I-
in between Orlando and Daytona.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could say just south of
that's a good one.
Daytona.
We are very close to the lake with all of the gators.
Like Monroe.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, but
actually
Lake Jessup is the one.
Jessup
that they
has,
drop
Jessup
all of
is
them
the
in.
one south.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, do you ever drive over
Yeah,
429
Jessup.
and look, or 417 actually,
417.
and look at the gators
So
as you
many.
go over? There's literally thousands of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that lake floods, those gators end up people's houses.
Hey. Waterfront view.
Yeah,
That's what you get.
Congratulations. What's the stud tip of the week this week?
Stud tip of the week is you don't need $1 million idea. You just need a $5,000 idea that you've executed on 200 times.
Is that
That's math.
that is math?
That is math.
Isn't that what Elon Musk did with the
So-
with the hats and then the flamethrowers?
I think so.
Like he was like, I want to make $1 million, or I want to produce $1 million. So he sold like 10,000 hats for what, $100 or something like that, or it was like 20,000 for 50, and then he
Or
made.
just have your dad own a Ruby mine.
Well, yeah. Let's again.
Shout out Elon.
Yeah, if we can get Emma on the pod, that'd be cool. Yeah, he is.
It's going to take a little while.
He is in
before we get
Florida.
Elon
He is in Florida a
on
lot.
the pod.
In the old Canaveral.
We need to start talking more about how this is a computer program. Life is a computer program.
10001.
I mean, statistically, they say we're more likely to be in a simulation than we are real life. Whether I believe that or not, I don't know. I'd have to talk to the flat Earth specialist about it.
How does somebody determine that, though? If you're inside of the simulation, how can you really determine if it's real life or a
The
simulation?
philosophy of it is we're either who we actually are, or we're one of thousands or millions or trillions of.
I mean,
So we're either the first civilization, or we're part of thousands or millions of
different
simulations.
simulations.
So the odds that we're the very first one, the actual humans,
Yeah.
But who would be
It's the-
simulating us?
I mean,
future us, or a alien race that's trying to study a past us. Like, let's say that we were humans, we were around.
What, we just draw the short stick? They're like, we summon you.
Well, we don't know.
Well, no, it was like, let's say that there was an Earth, there were humans, and then we died out. But a future race of aliens has come back and like tested who we are and how we act.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how much he knows
interesting.
about simulate. I do know what you're talking about.
It's just
that's the math.
That's the odds.
Yeah, that's where the
all.
math comes from.
I can't say I've ever read anything about these
You
hypotheses.
You don't spend enough time on the internet then.
Great chat today, guys. Richard, how do people get a hold of us?
Is it? It's between two studs at gmail.com.
Is that what we got our email as?
I haven't set it up yet, so I would try Richard's email first.
Send nudes.
So a work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we don't have a YouTube channel yet.
Well, we can always cut that in after we have it.
I mean,
Well-
you could just. Why don't we just say it?
Yeah, just
Let's just hope that
visit
it's
our
available.
YouTube channel, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Between two studs.
We'll
If you-
be on Spotify pretty soon. Our first
Spotify?
episode, we'll get it on Spotify, the audio.
Apple.
Maybe videos.
I would say both.
No,
Both.
does video go on Spotify?
Yeah, you can do
Really?
video on Spotify.
You can.
You
I
can
didn't
do
know that.
video on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some awesome blooper reels out of this.
Yeah, we got tons of content.
Where
Ben had a really hard time introducing himself.
it was pretty terrible. I am Ben Brown, by the way, and
Hey!
I'm the general manager of Pinnacle Roofing Group. But that's about all I had.
Richard
That's the
drove
best
here.
intro you did.
I know, it's great. I'm back.
All right, perfect.
All right, so join us for our next episode. We're gonna be talking to Beebs.
The Beebs.
Beeps
The
coming in
Beebs.
hot.
Yep.
And cut. Here's our exit music.
We already used that.
Horrible.
I know.